Hey everyone, Connie here, with an update sort of discussion, talk through, whatever you want to call it. Because there's something that I recently just kind of realized that is causing an issue. So, um, we have a problem with our time slots. Um, Not with any issues with pre-recording, as I said in that previous update. That's actually going fairly well within these first couple days of the new schedule and everything. With the new recording schedule due to my dad's new work schedule and everything, it's actually working out fine. The issue is that there are three shows coming up that I want to react to and I don't want to wait to get to, that I don't have space for on the recording schedule. Um, Basically, within a week of each other, Obi-Wan, The Boys Season 3, and Miss Marvel will all be airing. And the obvious issue with this is that I don't have enough spaces. I mean, on top of even with converting the Owl House space once that ends back down to a regular choice space rather than a donation reward and keeping Wednesday as the donation reward slot, even with doing that, I still only have two open spaces because I have the continuations of First Impressions reaction spaces on Friday and Saturday. I have the poll series on Sunday. So that only leaves me Tuesday and Thursday because Monday is One Piece Day. So that's just not available. And Wednesday, we need to keep a slot open for donation rewards. So Tuesday and Thursday would be the only available slots. But then I was also thinking, um, there's also the issue of just the fact that I promised I would be getting to Hilda soon. And I planned on bringing that back, like, really soon. In fact, it was actually going to take the slot from Owl House once that finishes. So, the question is, what do I do here? And I've been thinking through, I thought through the options. I was recording something and I kind of realized this was going to be an issue, and I was thinking through it while recording as well as after the fact, and I started looking at things and seeing how I could place them. And there's really only a couple options. Either I fill the slots on Tuesday and Thursday and just have to like pre-record the other stuff ahead of time and just keep it in my folders until whenever I can post it, or I would have to get to everything at once and it would just be overflowing on the schedule, which would basically mean that Tuesday and Thursday would both have two shows each. And the best way to do this based on the release dates would be to have Obi-Wan and the Boys on Tuesdays and Miss Marvel and Hilda on Thursdays. Um, this would, of course, also require space being basically open right away. And it's like, well, I could wait for Hilda for that slot to open up as well. It's like, there's also, like, would I start Obi-Wan and the Boys and Miss Marvel, like, right away? Or Obi-Wan and the Boys for Tuesday should be fine, because Owl House ends on the 31st. So I could start those right at the beginning of June. That's not that big of an issue. Um, I'm more worried about the Thursday slot, because as it goes right now, let me just get this up to be exactly sure. As it goes right now, OKKO has been in the Thursday slot, and that is set to end. I've already got all of it pre-recorded. I've technically finished OKKO. Um, as of current, where that is set to end is the 2nd, meaning that the earliest I could start posting Hilda or Miss Marvel in that slot would be Thursday the 9th. But since I hadn't realized this at first, I had planned on replacing OKKO with Proud Family, Louder and Prouder, getting back to that. In fact, that's what I was recording when I had thought about this. That's what I was already pre-recording when this came to mind. So I already pre-recorded a reaction to Proud Family, and the thing is, I could hold that off and just keep that in my folders until I'm ready, but there's just a lot I would have to think about, and then it would still be 2 shows on both Tuesday and Thursday, which again, with how I've been really productive in recordings and pre-recording things weeks ahead of time, would probably be fine. I could probably do 2 shows on each of those days. But the question is, like, would I push Proud Family back? Because the thing is, I did 2 episodes of that. I'll just say now. And I won't go into details here and everything, but I'll say I wasn't too fond of them. Episodes 5 and 6 of Louder and Prouder. Um, and I was kind of thinking that this series might actually be better to watch on my own time. That was a thought going through my head as I was thinking about this. I'm so like, what if I just don't do any Proud Family, Louder and Prouder anymore, and I just revert that to my own time? So I finished that up to the episode 10 on my own time, and instead, after OKKO ends on the 9th, I just start putting up that stuff for that slot. But Miss Marvel starts on the 8th, I believe. Yes, I have it listed here. Miss Marvel does start on the 8th, so that would be perfect timing for that. To start on the 9th. If I pushed it back a week after that, I believe that's the 16th. Yep. If I pushed it back a week after that, it's like it's a week behind and everything. It's like the next episode will already be out, and it's just like, ugh. So I'm kind of talking through this right now as I'm recording this to try and see if I can figure anything out as I'm doing so, but I'm also updating you on what's going on. So I think the best option would be the best option would be to start Miss Marvel and Hilda on the 9th. And I would be starting Obi-Wan and the Boys that same week on the 7th. Even though they would already be pre-recorded by that point, but still. I think that would be the best option. Thinking through it, it's like, because again, I'm not going to say exactly why, but I'm just going to say that I did not like these 2 episodes 5 and 6 of Louder and Prouder. And it has been something, even while I've taken a break from the series, that I've been thinking about. Should I just watch this on my own time instead? It's just, I don't feel like my reactions are giving the best, reaction to it. And with how these last 2 episodes went, it's like, the more I'm thinking about it, the more I think it just might be best. And in which case, what do I do with these 2 episodes? Do I just put them up now? Just, in which case I'd have to put a disclaimer at the beginning and say, like, oh, this was originally intended for this date and things changed and all. See this update video for details. Because I feel like that would be what I'd have to do. Because in the video, I talk about it as if it's going to be put up on the 9th. And I talk about this issue that I had been thinking about with the scheduling. So, talking through it on this video and while I'm explaining everything to you, I think that is the best decision. I'm going to put up Proud Family, Louder and Prouder episodes 5 and 6 early. And it's not going to be like a scheduled day thing. It's just going to be put up. I'm gonna make a little disclaimer beforehand that's going to explain everything, um, why it's being put up early, and the fact that following that, I'm going to be just watching the series on my own time. That I'm no longer doing reactions to it. Um, and obviously, I'll mention to come to this video for more details. But yeah, I think that's really the only options I have. Otherwise, I would have to wait on things. Even if I recorded them ahead of time, it's like I want to put them up right away. I don't want to wait to put them up either. And yeah, part of that is because of maybe getting some new viewers to the channel. These three shows are all going to be really popular as they're coming out. Obi-Wan is a Star Wars show. That's going to get some huge views. People are going to be looking up reactions to that. The Boys, really big show. Season 3 has been really hyped up. Miss Marvel, it's an MCU series. That's going to get some attention. And yeah, as I've said in the past, I'm not doing this for the views or for the subscribers or any of that. I'm not doing this for the popularity or trying to get big. I'm doing this because I enjoy doing it. I like doing reactions. But there's nothing wrong with wanting to get maybe a little bit more subscribers and views and stuff as well. That's not my main goal, but still, I want to get these out as soon as I can because that's when they're the most relevant. I don't want to get like Obi-Wan and the Boys out like weeks after the series starts and people are already moved on to like episodes 3, 4, whatever, 5. Obi-Wan, I think, is coming out with 2 episodes right away as well, which also throws things off. But, and again, there's actually very little issue, I feel, with the actual recording because getting up and recording a lot earlier is actually working out almost a little better. I mean, it's only been 2 days so far with this new schedule, but it's actually, I feel like I've been recording more, you know? Like, I feel like I've been able to record more content this way than when I had the availability to do it like kind of in the middle of the day. Getting up early and stuff just gives me more it almost feels like it gives me more recording time, but technically it doesn't. It's weird. I don't know how to explain it. But yeah, so as I said, since I was using this to also talk through it and figure it out through that, I think that's what I'm going to do. So this is kind of a major schedule update. And kind of going off of the last update video with the schedule stuff, I think we're going to be fine. I don't think we're going to have any issues with the schedule as is otherwise. I don't think we're going to need to like get rid of a scheduled thing or anything like I was talking about in that other video. I think we'll be fine to just keep going with the schedule. Now another thing to note is that Obi-Wan and Miss Marvel are both 6 episodes, and The Boys is 8, I believe? 8 or 10. So they're not long shows. But yeah, it's still going to have to be 2 per day for that. So yeah, just once again as the reminder, what the idea is going to be is that starting on the week of Monday the 6th, on Tuesday the 7th, we will be replacing Owl House, since Owl House will be finished at that point, with both Obi-Wan and the Boys. Both of those will be on Tuesday, and that will be obviously reflected in the channel banner. That Thursday, the 9th, we will be replacing OKKO, which will also have finished the previous week, with Miss Marvel and Hilda. Um, we will be continuing Hilda from where I had left off all that time ago, and Miss Marvel obviously starting anew. Um, since The Boys is the longer series, once Obi-Wan and since Obi-Wan is doing 2 episodes in its first week, once Obi-Wan finishes, we'll just continue The Boys in that slot on its own. So The Boys will continue for a couple more weeks on its own in that slot on Tuesday. For Thursday, I think Hilda's 13 episodes in the season, in season 1. I don't know about other seasons. And we'll be starting from episode 6, so we'll be starting basically halfway through. Pretty much halfway through. I think that we'll be finishing Miss Marvel and Hilda right around the same time. But Hilda might go on like a week, maybe 2 after. So if we end up really liking Hilda again, because I did drop it initially and we're giving it another chance here, basically. Because I kind of dropped it for basically a single reason. But Miss Marvel only being 6 weeks, so that's, yeah, it'd probably be just a tiny bit, like a week or 2 shorter than Hilda. Let's see, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. And if we did the last 2 in 1 week, you can take off a week there. So that's 7 weeks. So yeah, it'd be a week longer than Miss Marvel. So yeah, I was right. So yeah, that's the deal. I know it's complicated. I know it's weird. But it's really the only option we got unless we pushed some stuff back and just chose not to release things like right away. But again, I just really want to with these shows. So yeah. And then after that, we won't be starting anything else until July. And that's like with other anime stuff. So it's like we'll figure everything else out when it comes to that. With anime stuff, I feel like I can hold off on that a little easier, but we'll see. We'll see. We'll cover that in the future. But this is what we're going to have to do for now. So the Tuesday and Thursday slot, that's what's going to be affected. I hope you all understand. Tell me your thoughts down below. If you have any better ideas, maybe, I would be open to that as well. But like I said, it shouldn't affect any of the other recordings because I've been recording things so well in advance, I shouldn't have an issue. Because like even looking at my schedule here, like I was recording that Proud Family thing for the 9th. And it is currently the 17th of May, so tells you how long I've been pre-recording. I have the entire week of the 23rd, as much as I can record currently, done, because I can't record One Piece and Owl House ahead of time. And same with the week of the 30th. I've got that entire week done, pretty much. So I'm really ahead of the game with these reactions and pre-recordings. So we're good. We're really good. So I don't think that's going to be an issue at all. Introducing 2 more shows to the weekly schedule. Instead of doing 7, we'll basically be doing 9. I don't think will be too terrible. But if, while it's happening, if I end up feeling like it is too much, then we'll tackle that at that time. If nothing else, if I stopped doing first impressions reactions during that time, that would open up some time as well. Because I normally do one of those a week, and it's like that would open up basically another slot. So yeah, that would help. We should be fine. Again, I've been actually recording. It feels like I've been able to record more with the new recording time slots I have. thanks to my father's new work times. So I should be good. I should be good. Either way, like I said, tell me your thoughts down below. If you have any other ideas, I'd love to hear them. But for right now, this is how it's going to go. And it's going to be interesting to see how this works out. I'm excited to test drive it for sure once that happens. But obviously, that's still a couple weeks down the line before you really have to start worrying about that. But I did want to give you a heads up because, again, I pre-record stuff. So, yeah. Either way, because we're doing it this way, like I said, the Proud Family video that I basically just recorded will be up. I'll make a disclaimer at the beginning so everyone who watches that knows why it's up so early and everything and why it just seems to have come out of nowhere. But yeah. Either way, thank you all so much once again for understanding. For now, I'm Connie and I'm signing off. See y'all next time.